No organization is responsible for the content of this video. All errors and omissions are the sole responsibility of myself, David Iverson. This video must not be your only source of information. Please attend official USSA educational opportunities. Please download official USSA educational materials.
Okay, so we're out on the hill, and one of the things you got to know is that out on the hill at your area, you're going to have a cable which is probably running along the side of the trail, probably through the woods, or somehow you've got a cable that's going to take your signal from the start or the finish down into your timing shaft. And somehow at your area you're going to have ways to tap into this cable. And this one's pretty obvious. It's mounted on a lift post. I'll show you another one here in a second. But basically what you really need to do is you need to know where every single place is out on the hill where you can tie your timing equipment into the cable that runs down the side of the trail. So that's a good homework assignment for you, is to find what your boxes look like and where their location is, and then how they're hooked up into the timing shaft. Okay, so what you're going to have is basically a way to tie into the mountain line, and then you're going to have sort of some roll of cable that's going to get you from this box out onto the hill, and then you're going to have the piece of the timing equipment that you're going to hook it up to, whether it's going to be a start box or a finish eye. It's going to be one of the two, or communication as well. And so basically I have mine color coded, so I've got green. So green on this end matches green on the other end, because I figure that people who don't have a lot of experience can generally know their colors. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my green, and I'm going to, just because I have it, I'm going to have green and black, and I've explained this in my start box video. So I've got green and black, and then that's my green pair. And then I'm going to take my green and I'm going to plug it in like that. So that's one of my starts all set. And then I'm going to say, well, let's take yellow. And so I'm going to take yellow and I'm going to put that on the red and black pair. So that's red and black. So I'm going to go yellow into the red and black. So that's a pair. And then I take my yellow and then I plug that in like that. And then as long as I'm up here, if I had communications, which I don't have with me right now, but I'd plug my communications into blue because that's the color that I use for communications, and I'd plug my communications thing into here. Why do I have different connectors? It doesn't really matter. The connector that you have doesn't really matter as long as you understand the connector that you have and how your cables go into it. So right now I have a start box that goes into my cable, which during a ski race would be going from this tower out into the trail, and then that cable is hooked into my mountain line, and then the mountain line goes down to my timing building down at the bottom of the hill. And you gotta know where your start boxes are, because sometimes they're not so easy to find. And in the winter time this one would be a little bit easier to see. So I'm making it hard by doing this in the summertime. But you might need to get to your start box or your finish box in the summertime as well. So I'm pointed right at it and we'll have to walk in to see it. Keep in mind that this is probably on the edge of the trail when it was installed, but now things have grown up around it. And so now I have to sort of go through here and push some stuff aside. And hidden right back here, back between a couple of birch trees, is my box. And I put some pink flagging on it, but basically that's not going to help. I have to know where it is. Now also keep in mind that there's all kinds of fallen trees around here, and the tree that your box is mounted on, or the post that your box is mounted on, could also fall over. And so you know, that's just one of the things that you got to deal with, is that the boxes that you need to get access to might be kind of hard to find.